It's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Colts offense ready to go here for the first time, and the former Philadelphia Eagle turned Indianapolis Colt Carson Wentz set to take over here at the controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 61 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Barrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucks offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55, Charles, it's Tom Brady.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And he stopped immediately there. DeForest Buckner, all-pro defensive tackle there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. In on the sack Quan Lewis. So Brady and the Bucks need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady going to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucks have taken a first-quarter lead. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, good move. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills?
Oh,
pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Suckup for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. William Golston. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On second down, it's Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brady and the Bucks now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a play fake, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw it a bit closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So here are the Bucks to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On first down, Brady. He'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second and 11 now. Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Play action. Now Wentz.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On third down, Hines. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense.
And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
That's just touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Buccaneers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And a route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. With it is Brown. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Brady going to bring the Bucks up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. That throw by Brady incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Check 3, check 3.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Throwing now is Brady. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
Fournette, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will extend this big lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz going to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Wentz. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, we got
touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Brady's going to look to throw. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. This is caught by Hilton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 13-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
45, Mike, 45. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Colts. Zach Pascal with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
All day, every day, any day. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this will be caught by Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4 yards remain for second down. To throw is Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Again for Evans. This time he's got him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Stay in situation. Let's go.
Now Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A shotgun give to Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on 1st down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. And there could be some room to roam.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
2nd and 16.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wentz. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So he visits pay dirt for a second time. Unfortunately, they're still down to the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team's still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 36, Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Wentz. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it to Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Forced out to his left. And Woods going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Colts. Mo Alley-Cox, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On play action, it's Brady.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Bucks try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Wentz. He finds his man complete. That's Doyle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. So that punctuates the comeback. They just came roaring from behind here in the fourth quarter to grab the lead.
And they decided, forget jabbing, forget setting them up. Just throw the haymaker, and let's get this thing done. That's exactly what just happened.
Now they'll try to preserve that lead with a little time still on the clock. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So that... decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Back now comes Tampa Bay, and now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Brady. He completes it to Evans. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Play action. Now it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Brady to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. First down Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Brady. They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bucks passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The Bucks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Succop's kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Devin White able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And some room to run now. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it?
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. From the 29, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Charles Harris coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy, and that particular play just came from the outside.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucks. Now Brady. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.